myself Forum Shah. I am a practicing neurophysiotherapist at Valsad, Gujarat region. I have done my master's in neurophysiotherapy and having main interest in stroke, cerebral palsy, and Parkinson's. Today, I has received a mail from Stroke Support India. I have been receiving some queries regarding common terminologies, what are the areas of management in stroke, how is to be managed, how the service provider or the relative may be providing some physiotherapy treatment. Due to this COVID situation, we are not able to cope up with the stress and strain of going out and all. There is lack of physiotherapy in some region. So in progressive sessions, we will be taking over some of the queries, and I will be telling you some of the physiotherapy management or rehab tips, not management, but tips of how can you cope up with the relative your or the family member who is having stroke. Basically, if I say patient or client or a stroke survivor, please look into that matter, because in my daily routine I speak basically patient, not stroke survivor. So please forgive me for that thing if I by mistake speak of patient or client or something. But basically, if I speak patient, it is a stroke survivor basically. So we will be sharing some tips and all. If you have any queries and all, you can directly mail to Stroke Support India, the mail which we are using commonly. In progressive sessions, we will be taking some terminologies and rehab in acute phase. Acute means stroke hua, you are admitted in the hospital. As soon as the patient is medically stabilized, he is medically fit and fine, what physiotherapy management comes into the play or what rehab comes into the play, we will be taking that aspect first, and then we will be going progressively. The chart has been prepared, or according to it we will discuss later on. So now I am sharing my slides and all. If you need any if you have any doubts in between or something, please let me know. So can I share my slides? The permission I need it from you.
Yeah, just give me a minute, Forum, huh?
Okay.
Okay, now I think you should be able to share. Just see. Yeah, okay, great.
Can you see my slides?
We can see your screen, Forum, as of now.
Now?
Yes, now we can see your first slide. Stroke, double click to edit.
Okay. So we are progressing towards, we will be discussing some terminologies and all, which will, there are some aspects which are not important. I will be skipping it, and what are important, we'll be stressing it more on it. So what is stroke? As you all know, what is WHO? It is a World Health Organization. Whatever the definition given by World Health Organization is considered utmost important. So it is like a sudden deficit. Deficit माने blood circulation brain में जो normal flow है that has been stopped, and it will give you some symptoms. Symptoms will be, we will be progressing further. Symptoms can be numbness माने you will not be able to see your hand, it will be feeling heavy, you will not be able to lift the hand. Commonly the patient tell that मैं अपना हाथ ऊपर नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, that or heavy हो रहा है, I'm not able to feel that there is a limb in my body and all. There may be sudden confusion what the patient will be speaking. You will not be able to make out what pani de do. You will not be able to understand that simple terminology. There will be slurring of speech, or there may be a mouth deviation. The mouth will be shifted to one side. जैसे ऐसे हो जाएगा, या there will be some loss of balance. If the patient is walking, yeah, is during the time of stroke onset, if he is able to get up, he will fall. He will not be able to get up from the bed. There will be some like the symptoms will be such. There will be the most common symptoms which we ignore as relatives or as surrounding people. Headache. We tell बहुत कंप्यूटर पे वर्क कर लिया, हेडेक हो रहा है, आई वर्क फॉर द होल डे, हेडेक हो रहा है. We won't come to know that the headache can be a symptom or early sign of stroke. So make sure the headache, to a very severe extent, the banging type of headache should not be ignored. There may be sudden vomiting, चक्कर आ गया, बहुत दिनों से फीवर है, some brief 5 seconds, 3 seconds loss of consciousness can be also early symptom of stroke. So you need to do it accordingly. This please remember this acronym. This is a pure acronym for creating awareness for to diagnose or identify that a family member of yours or the surrounding member is having a stroke right now. That is loss of balance. There may be blurring of vision. For brief, it will be like blinking of, like a flash of light coming, or the blur ho jayega vision. You will not be able to see properly. There will be darkness, something like that. As I told you, there will be face drooping of face. You will not be able to lift the arms. स्पीच में कोई डिफिकल्टी हो जाएगी, पानी दे दो, पानी पानी पानी, इट विल बी लाइक दैट, दे दो, समथिंग लाइक दैट. टाइम, रिमेंबर 24 hours stroke, it is like you need to work fast. Even if you get a simple symptom of this, and you have that, the age है patient की, या he has diabetes, hypertension, BP है, diabetes है, underlying कोई भी disease है, ये सारे symptoms है, headache है, loss of consciousness है, please make sure there can be a onset of stroke. Do not ignore it. Time 45 minutes, first 45 minutes to 1 hour. If you get the treatment of stroke, the patient will survive. The deficits after stroke, weakness, any apraxias, any sensory disturbance, neurological disturbance, all can be saved if you get to a medical management in just 45 minutes to 1 hour. Golden period is 24 hours, but early you reach, early you get the treatment, early you get the intervention, it will be most beneficial. So make sure you remember all of this. Now it is like आप लोगों ने बहुत सारे लोगों को, if I attend the meetings of Stroke Support India every Friday or Saturday, it is like मुझे ischemic stroke था, मुझे hemorrhagic stroke था. So common people do not know what is ischemic and what is hemorrhagic. Basically, just remember, ischemic stroke है तो blood cannot flow. So the area where the blood does not flow in the brain, it will be damaged, and you will get some symptoms. या weakness है, numb है, apraxias है, aphasia है, severe stroke है, severe weakness है. Hemorrhagic माने एक जो आर्टरी होती है जैसे वो फट गई, तो you will get hemorrhagic stroke. Most common is ischemic stroke. As stroke survivors, as relatives of the stroke, you did not go in detail of all this. Now, you need to see what this is most important. What is acute stroke, what is subacute stroke, and what is chronic stroke. Subacute stroke is 1 week of period where the patient has stroke, he is admitted to the hospital, going to get discharged. That period is known as acute phase. acute and subacute are the golden phase for recovery. Whatever you get in this acute and subacute will be most beneficial and will be long lasting. जैसे जैसे टाइम होता है, the recovery within the physiotherapy range also decreases. You get recovery. I am not telling the neuroplasticity, budding सब होता है, but the recovery, you will get small amount of recovery as compared to what recovery you get in acute and subacute phase. Hence, whatever rehab you need to do in acute and subacute is mandated and should be a very perfect protocol which has to be followed. नाउ बहुत सारे पेशेंट आते हैं, मैम रिकवरी क्यों नहीं आ रही, कैसी रिकवरी आएगी, ऐसा है वैसा है. सो द फर्स्ट स्टेज ऑफ रिकवरी इज फ्लैसिड. जैसे बेबी का होता है बॉडी एकदम ढीला, you the limb which has been affected right or left, that will be very ढीला, flaccid stage. As you go from acute to subacute to chronic, there will be some amount of tone developing, that is hypertonia or spasticity. Now you must have heard many therapists telling बहुत सारी spasticity बढ़ गई है, we cannot get recovery, it is very difficult to get recovery. But what does this spasticity mean? Now spasticity is अगर higher controls नहीं है, the brain is not functioning properly. In normal individual like me and you, the brain will be sending some signals to the limbs. ये सिग्नल भेज रहा है कि हाथ ऐसे उठाओ, ऐसे काम करो, वैसे काम करो, ये करो वो करो. बट इन स्ट्रोक द ब्रेन हैज बीन डैमेज्ड. सो जो नीचे वाले लेवल है, जो अच्छे से काम करने चाहिए वो नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो वो अपने आप बहुत सारे सिग्नल्स भेजते रहते हैं. सो कांस्टेंट मूवमेंट हो रहा है, तो मसल पूरा हाइपरटोनिया या स्पास्टिसिटी में चला जाएगा. इट इज लाइक अ स्कूल where if the higher authorities are not there, the students will not perform perfectly. So it is like if brain is not there, it will be there will be no sending of impulses अच्छे से, there will be no control over the body and all, and hence you get hyperactivity or the tone will be increased, that is spasticity basically. And this is most important. Whenever you are in a rehab phase of stroke and your patient or your stroke survivor has these symptoms at any point of time, you need to seek medical management immediately. It may be like patient 1 month से अच्छे से कर रहा है, you are able to get recovery and all, but at some point of time the patient consciousness lose हो रही है, he is not fully awake, there is severe headache and all, there is again all the symptoms of stroke coming. You need to seek medical management as soon as possible. There can be a chance of second stroke. It is not like that कि एक बार stroke हुआ तो you will not get a stroke again. So make sure during rehab phase also there can be a chance of stroke, or in any period of time again there can be a chance of stroke. And hence if you get any symptoms, you get any deviations from the normal routine of the patient, you need to seek medical management immediately. Recovery and prognosis. Fastest in first week, as I told you, and then it progressively declines. First month is most crucial. Whatever recovery you get or whatever symptoms you are identifying, whatever, see, in 1 week of stroke, if the patient is admitted in ICU, in hospital, you won't get all the symptoms. It is like बहुत सारे सिम्टम्स, बहुत सारे क्या हो रहा है मेरे पेशेंट को, वो आपको पता नहीं चलेगा. इट विल कम एज द टाइम गोज. जैसे वो आपके साथ इंटरेक्ट करेंगे, वो आपके साथ बातचीत करेंगे, बैठना शुरू करेंगे, टर्न होना शुरू करेंगे, एट दैट टाइम यू विल कम टू नो कि हाँ ये सारी डिफिकल्टीज अब हो रही है. Hence, that is most important to identify. First week of stroke, first 7 to 10 days are important to identify what are the difficulties faced और what are the deficit, या क्या body में क्या changes आ रहे हैं, and then according to that the physiotherapy will start. And hence important is in this acute phase you need to identify everything. Okay. And then in chronic stage you need to go extensive physiotherapy treatment, but there will be changes, there will be functional changes, but in very small amount. Okay. As we all have discussed, we can, हम अपने पेशेंट को दूसरे के साथ नहीं कंपेयर कर सकते. Everyone has a different experience with rehab, with medical management, as well as with the symptoms. स्ट्रोक ब्रेन में ही होता है, लेफ्ट राइट सब हमें पता है. उसको भी लेफ्ट स्ट्रोक है, मेरे सर्वाइवर को भी लेफ्ट स्ट्रोक है. ही इज वॉकिंग, व्हाई माय पेशेंट इज नॉट वॉकिंग? दिस इज नॉट एन एडिक्वेट क्वेश्चन टू बी आस्क्ड. यू नीड टू सी कि कितना ब्रेन डैमेज हुआ है, कितने टाइम में ट्रीटमेंट मिली है, व्हाट इज द एज ऑफ द पेशेंट, what is the therapy given previously, कौन सा स्ट्रोक है. दिस ऑल नीड्स टू प्रीवियस कोई अंडरलाइन डिजीज है पेशेंट को, कोई एडिक्शन है, कोई हैबिट है, स्मोकिंग, अल्कोहल. दिस ऑल अफेक्ट्स द रिकवरी एट द लेटर स्टेज एंड हेंस you need not compare. This is the most important thing, as all the stroke survivors and their family members should understand. Early treatment, activity strengthen, go on practicing, do, उनको लेटे मत रहने दो. इन acute phase hospital में है, नहीं बैठ पा रहे, दो, take help of 2 people and make him sit. More, it is like acute में जितना वो बैठेंगे, blood circulation इतना brain में बढ़ेगा and you will get fast recovery. Stress abilities, do not concentrate on all this. Disabilities की तो भी बात ही मत करो. And treat total patient. It is like, हाँ उसको हाफ ऑफ ट्रीट मत करो, माने चेस्ट फिजियोथेरेपी करवाया तो लीम नहीं करवाया, बिठाया नहीं, ऐसा मत करो. Do all the thing at the same time, you will get fast recovery. Treat adults as adults. If they are taking your help, give them help. Don't become कि वो नहीं है तो मैं स्टैंडिंग या सिटिंग नहीं करूंगा, ये नहीं. You treat them as adult, not as children. They also have some abilities. God, every time it is like एक डिसेबिलिटी दिया तो दूसरा एबिलिटी वो अपने आप एनहांस हो जाएगा. सो मेरा पेशेंट है या मेरा रिलेटिव है या मेरा हस्बैंड है या मेरी वाइफ है, मुझे उनको ये हाथ में देना है, वो हाथ में देना है. अगर आप सिटिंग करवा रहे हो, फर्स्ट 3 days दे नीड फुल सपोर्ट. गिव देम फुल सपोर्ट and progressively decrease your support. Every time you won't be there in later phases to help them. So abilities को stress करो, जितना वो कर पाए उनको करने दो and then help them. Help, empathy, sympathy कुछ नहीं. Stress the abilities, stress what they can do and then help them. 50%, 25% जितना वो कर सके उतना करने दो, 10% भी कर सके करने दो and then progress accordingly. See, this was the plan which I have made. It will be first in acute stage, we will be doing some bad activities, what can be done in ICU, and whenever they are discharged from home and not able to stand, we need to strengthen their bad activities first. Then वो सोते हैं तो उनको sitting में कैसे लाना है. Then how to train their sitting balance. सिटिंग आ गया अच्छे से तो अब उनको सिट टू स्टैंड करवाना है, स्टैंडिंग बैलेंस ट्रेन करना है and then progressively we will progress to others. For today we will be doing first 3, that is bed activities, lying to sitting and sitting with upper limb training. Now acute stage, what can be done in this acute stage of management? Positioning strategies. I will be showing you some pictures and that will help you in increasing your efficiency in treating your stroke survivor, helping your physiotherapist in treating your stroke survivor. Improve respiratory and circulatory function. As I told you, अगर आपने पोजीशन दे दी, आपने ये लीम करवा लिया, सिटिंग दे दिया, तो आपने रेस्पिरेटरी क्यों नहीं करवाया? Because lungs also get affected. अगर यू नीड हमारे लंग्स अच्छे होंगे तो एफिशिएंसी बाद में बढ़ जाएगी फिजियोथेरेपी करवाने की. तो दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट कि आप रेस्पिरेटरी पे भी कॉन्सेंट्रेट करो. प्रेशर सोर्स. Does anyone know what is pressure source? Basically you must have seen but you don't know due to what that has happened. Anyone? Pressure source. Does any of the stroke survivor is suffering from pressure sore or पहले था कोई pressure sore? Anyone?
Well, anyone can raise their hand or unmute themselves in case they want to make a comment. Anyone suffering or has suffered from pressure source?
Pressure source means?
Okay, so that will be explained, I think. You're talking about what is the meaning of pressure source.
Pressure so basically it is like हमारे जो स्किन है वो पेशेंट सोते सोते रहता है या he is not given proper nursing care, the upper layer of the skin due to some dampness या बहुत एज हो गई और स्ट्रोक हुआ, the upper layer gets वो पूरा निकल जाता है और you will see some ulcer like thing.
Yeah, it's happening.
On it basically happens on elbows, both the elbows, because it is in direct contact with the bed. हमारे जो बैक की रीजन है वो और ये एंकल रीजन basically that are the major or neck. These are the major reasons you get that ulcers due to prolonged bedridden patients and inadequate nursing care during acute phase. Because अगर हम हैं, हमें redness हो रही है, itching हो रही है, गीला हो गया, तो we will move our limb. But the stroke survivor will not able to do that, and we do not take proper care. कि लाल हो गया है, there is some boil something happening, there is some itching happening, there is the skin has become पूरा wrinkles वाला, so we do not take care properly and hence it develops into pressure sore. So this
So
is
my husband, sorry, yeah, my husband has some hair loss in one of his, like above neck. So if that is also pressure sore, like we have seen a dermatologist as well, and she said that it's not like, it's because of the ICU, the positioning, because of that, it's like that. So is it the same pressure sore?
There are stages of pressure sore basically. If it is in a hair region or something, the upper layer of the skin पहले वो खराब होता है, that is you can get hair loss, redness, itching, पूरा dry हो जाता है, wrinkles वाला हो जाता है, that is the first stage of pressure sore, and consequently the pressure sore deepens and it is like pressure sore 4 or 5 stage में the whole bone gets exposed, पूरा bone आपको दिखने लगता है. So the pressure sore can be that severe. So it can be for your husband, it can be a first stage of pressure sore. Only the hair loss can be a thing that is due to constant friction and all, due to at the neck region due to pillows and all.
Okay, thank you.
Prevent from deconditioning. As I told you, deconditioning माने हमने limb PT करवा लिया, sitting करवा लिया, सारा कुछ करवा लिया. But did we concentrate on the respiratory system? पेशेंट थक गया, मेरा पेशेंट थक जाता है सिटिंग करने के टाइम, इतना मूव करो तो भी थक जाता है. इट कैन बी अ रीजन दैट द लंग्स are not working properly. You need to give them proper respiratory care, deep breathing exercises and all to improve the efficiency of lung. That is, you need to treat patient from top to bottom, not only the limb that has been affected. It can be a thing that due to some time limitations or any reason, there can be a chances that physiotherapists cannot concentrate on each and everything. But respiratory care is a care that can be given independently, even in lying position, sitting position, any position. So I request all the relatives of the stroke survivor to give proper respiratory care to all the stroke patients. It can be simple pranayam, it can be simple deep breathing exercise which I will be showing you. Any respiratory care has to be given, that is mandate. This is the positioning strategy. As I told you, the affected and the non-affected limb has been shown here. It has been shown that the affected, the black one is affected leg, as you all can see the highlighted portion. So with adequate pillows and all, you can give this position so that the spasticity will not develop to that extent, joint stiffness will be reduced, and you will get a proper orientation of the body for the stroke survival. So these are the positioning techniques which we commonly use, and this has to be changed every 2 hours to prevent pressure sore as well as the deep vein thrombosis. Deep vein thrombosis क्या है? अगर हम प्रोलॉन्ग बेड में हैं, we are not moving our limb अच्छे से, there will be blood clots formed in mostly in calf region, lower leg में. तो वो घूमते घूमते कहीं पे भी जा सकता है. There will be swelling and all, pain in the calf region and all. That is known as deep vein thrombosis. So you need to change the position to prevent pressure sores, to prevent deep vein thrombosis. We need to give frequent sitting position or ankle to movement. In the third position, first, second, third and fourth, the जो patient सोए हैं, हम मैम गुरुराज BM कोई hand raise किया?
See, hello forum.
हाँ मैम.
What I want to know is this: you're talking about pressure sores. This is about the acute phase. I understood, but you refer to spasticity, telling that this kind of position will help in reducing spasticity. Is it relevant even after the acute phase?
It is relevant after you complete, not for chronic. It can be relevant for subacute phase, because if the patient is constantly in some position which has not been changed, the spasticity will increase. So I'm telling you, see the second position.
Yeah.
The second position, when the spasticity develops, there is flexion, more spasticity in biceps, and also this attitude of limb develops basically in chronic phase. So the position over here, the second position has been shown that the limb is in a straight position. Can you see it?
Yes, yes.
And the opposite limb, the lower limb has been positioned in extension position. So this can help in reducing the spasticity or hypertonicity, but in acute and subacute phase, to less extent in chronic phase.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So best position to give respiratory care if the patient is able to sit is the fifth position. As you see, the respiratory care, the deep breathing exercise, the best is to be given in this position, the fifth position. Okay. Whenever you give sitting and all, the limb should be supported. As if my right limb is paretic, I need to lift that limb in wheelchair and all, and I need to place the pillows and all, or tell patient to hold in this way to prevent shoulder subluxation. In 85% of stroke patient, you have shoulder subluxation or shoulder pain, or there can be chances of developing shoulder dislocation or subluxation, and hence you need to every time hold the limb. This is most important in acute and subacute phase. So in this manner you need to hold your limb, और ये लटक के मत रखना. Basically in acute and subacute phase, the patient should be erect and the limb should be supported. ऐसे मत रखो. There can be chances of subluxation that can hamper your functional status in subacute and chronic phase. And there will be severe complaint of shoulder pain, and the patient will not do any type of physiotherapy. There can be chance that वो आपको जो recovery है वो delay होती रहेगी. So it is important to you that you prevent shoulder subluxation. Hence this position during wheelchair or in sitting is important. This can be the positions. This is to most important. मेरा patient बैठा है, if I am not there, I am not taking proper care, bed में है, ward में है, तो वो this position, the wrong position, the most commonly adopted position by the patient is this. So you need to correct and make him in the proper sitting position is important to improve the posture. More the posture, the more अच्छे से बैठेंगे, उनका orientation improve होगा, आपको recovery जल्दी मिलेगी. देखो ये.
Sorry, forum.
Okay. Ma'am, I am not able to hear you clearly. I think there is some network error which Anchal Mittal is facing.
Yeah, maybe Anchalji, you can put your question on the chat because your voice is not clear.
For this position.
You can put anyone.
Okay,
the voice
ask a
is not clear.
question.
You can put the question on the
For
chat.
this position, or shall I put it for later?
Anytime. It is not no issues if you have.
Okay.
Should I go ahead now? Okay. See, I have made the patient in sitting position. यहाँ पे the left limb, this side of the body is paratic. Can you make out? The most important thing is the feet. Both the feet should be supported on ground. Patient, can you see me? My feet. Let me show you. Can you see? This should be the position. Both the feet should be on the ground. ऐसे लटकते मत रखो. It should be positioned on the ground. Because ground से उनको sensory input मिलता है. It will be important for your further recovery. Hence, whenever you make the patient sit, if the patient is not able to reach the ground, put a stool below the feet or something, but there should be some support provided. In this position, 90 degree knee bend हुए हैं उसमें. As I told you, the shoulder should every time supported with pillows or hand in hand. It should not be hanging around. There can be chances of shoulder subluxation. This is the most important thing when you are giving caregiving. It can be sponge or toilet training or bedpan activity or preventing pressure sore, contracture, stiffness, anything. Make sure you do not lift the arm. You do not pull the affected arm like this while rotating. It should be supported and then rotated. Or you can rotate the patient from the hip region. Pull mat karo. Basically, there can be shoulder subluxation. Only thing you need to prevent in acute stage is shoulder subluxation in 85% of patient and contracture and joint stiffness. This is how you make the patient transfer in acute phase. खींचना नहीं है, give full support from the back. यहाँ से ऐसे मत खींचो. Give back support. The affected limb should be locked by your limb in this way, and then lift and shift. 1, 2, 3 and shift. There should not be any pulling or pushing. There should, and make sure you are able to handle the patient. The one who is able to handle the patient should take this step. If you are not sure you will be doing it, there are chances of fall and all. So make sure you do this properly. First perform on a normal individual and then do it on the patient. That is mandate. In acute phase, I told you no above 90 activity. इतना activity enough है shoulder level तक. यहाँ से ऊपर नहीं. ये नहीं होना चाहिए. If anyone is doing it, stop it. It will hamper your recovery. Know this pulling moment. This should not be done. While shifting, if the ward boy does it, the nursing staff does it, anyone who is shifting, or you yourself by mistake does it, make sure this should be corrected. I am emphasizing that the proper care of shoulder should be taken in acute phase. Now, आपने sitting करवा लिया. Make sure as soon as the patient is medically stable, make sure you give the sitting position. Sitting can be एक दोनों बाजू से 2 जन बैठो, पेशेंट को सपोर्ट करो और बिठाओ, बट सोते मत रखो. More the circulation you need in the brain is in the sitting position. So make sure 2 जन की जरूरत पड़े, 3 जन की जरूरत पड़े, but as soon as the patient is medically stable, the physician gives the recommendation that you can make him sit, do it. It can be within 24 hours of stroke and it can be within 10 hours of stroke too. So make sure as soon as the patient is medically stable, sitting is the position that has to be achieved as soon as possible. Sitting में चक्कर आएंगे, patient ऐसे गिरेगा, vomiting होगी, uprolling of eyeballs होंगे. Monitor the symptoms. Make sure what symptoms you get while you are making the patient sit. बहुत सारा perspiration होगा. Make sure the first sitting should be in front of any medical professional. It can be physiotherapist, it can be nurse, anyone. You monitor the blood pressure when you are in sitting position. ऐसे सिटिंग में कोई सिम्टम्स आए, घबरा मत जाओ. मेक श्योर व्हाट सिम्टम्स यू गेट एंड मॉनिटर इट progressively, because the patient is not sitting since last 10 hours, 12 hours या 5 hours. there can be chances that वो चक्कर और वो सब normal भी हो सकते हैं, but do not take risk. But make sure you need to make the patient sit as soon as possible. Sitting में क्या करवाना है? You can see me, my right limb is paretic. So make sure सिटिंग में क्या कराना है, जो हिप रीजन है उसको सिर्फ एक ऊपर एक नीचे, एक ऊपर एक नीचे, बस इतना कर पाओ तो भी बस है. यू कैन जस्ट फॉरवर्ड बैकवर्ड, ये कर पाओ तो भी बस है. बेड पे हो, this all activities can be done in sitting. The most important position what we give as soon as the patient attains sitting is, मेरा राइट लिम्ब पैराटिक है. आई होप यू ऑल कैन सी मी. द लिम्ब विल नॉट बी बहुत ढीला होगा, so you need to do this. My right limb from the elbow and shoulder you need to support the patient and give full weight bearing. पूरा वजन राइट लिम्ब पे लो और उनको एक्टिविटीज कराओ राइट साइड पे, जैसे उनका वेट बेयर हो राइट साइड पे. दिस विल इम्प्रूव योर ओरिएंटेशन as well as it will improve the balance. It will help you in getting sit to stand early and sitting balance early. So this all activities can be done in acute phase and subacute phase as the patient achieves the sitting position. As I told you, assistance चाहिए तो दो. There is no issue in giving assistance to the patient while sitting. अगर ये थेरेपिस्ट इस बाजू बैठे हैं तो आप दूसरी बाजू बैठ के उनको सपोर्ट दो, जैसे पेशेंट गिर ना जाए. पीछे से दे सकते हो, साइड पे से दे सकते हो, पर वेट बेयरिंग इज इम्पॉर्टेंट in this position, the first position, and then you can progress it. Improve circulatory or respiratory system. As I told you, respiratory कैसे दोगे, मैं 2-3 टेक्निक्स आपको दिखाती हूँ, आप देख लो. Take a deep breath from your nose and out from the mouth, like you are whistling or you are blowing your candles. This can be done 3 to 4 times, not more than that. ये करवाओ, फिर डीप ब्रीदिंग करवाओ, ओमकार करवाओ, प्राणायाम, यू कैन डू इट. एंड देन कफिंग, जैसे 3 एक्सरसाइजेस आप करवाओ, यू नीड टू गिव अ कफिंग. खांसी खाओ, क्योंकि वो पेशेंट बहुत दिनों से बेड रिडन होंगे. दैट कैन बी चांसेस ऑफ accumulation of cough, secretions and all in the lungs and all. So after respiratory care, you need to give this coughing technique so that the infection does not spread in the lungs. Ankle toe movement. As we all know, the patient will not be able to do this feet movement. So ये पाँव पकड़ो. As you can see, lie the patient straight और ये ऊपर नीचे कर. This will prevent DVT and improve the circulatory system. You can do it in supine line as well as in sitting position. The long sitting position, as I told you. The fourth position, the chest respiratory care जब दो तो वही position में आप ये भी ankle ऊपर नीचे की exercise भी करवा सकते हो. The patient will not be able to do, but you need to make, आपको पकड़ के करवाना पड़ेगा. Prevent pressure sore, I told you previously. Deconditioning, you can do it.
Hi Forum, I have a question.
बोलो.
Ma'am, actually, when my husband is doing any movement from the right side, which is the hemiplegic side, he holds his breath. वो पूरी breath hold कर लेते हैं and मतलब जैसे movement कर रहे हैं तो वो जो उनका पूरा stomach तक feel होती है, मतलब पूरा breath का.
What is the duration of stroke?
It's 23 months.
23 months.
Yes.
So that can be due to वो बहुत strain लग रहा है वो करने में. The concentration must be more.
Actually hand में जब भी hand movement करते हैं तो strain लगता है.
हाँ.
The hand is still very weak. Shoulder subluxed है. अभी improve हो गया है पहले से subluxation, but still there's a weakness on the लाइक शोल्डर वाले एरिया में वीकनेस है.
Okay.
बट जब भी जैसे मैं पिकिंग या ड्रॉप कुछ वेट बेयरिंग करा के कुछ भी एक्टिविटीज या कुछ भी कराती हूँ राइट साइड से, तो ही होल्ड्स हिज ब्रेथ एंड वो ब्रेथ जब होल्ड करते हैं उनकी स्टमक तक पूरा मतलब अपर रीजन पूरा स्टिफ कर लेते हैं.
Okay.
तो हाउ टू दैट
Uh,
वो का ब्रेथ सिंक में नहीं है व्हेन ही इज एक्सरसाइजिंग.
okay. So, one tip I can give you, whenever you are making him do any activity, make sure you give him feedback. Feedback माने you can tell him के ये मत करो, breath hold मत करो, breath hold मत करो. Second, you can do, keep talking with him. Tell him to sing songs and all together. You can make him sing rhymes, songs. You can talk with him during activities, so that the breath will not be hold and he will be constantly speaking. So air will be blowing out. So you can do this, try it, because strength नहीं है, वो ज़्यादा करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. Hence he is doing it.
Yes, especially when he is doing the जो synergic pattern की movements हैं, उसमें तो he holds up his breath and पूरा ऐसे nose hold मतलब पूरा ना face भी
red हो जाता है.
Red हो जाता है कि पता नहीं कितना pressure लगा रहे हैं.
So you can do it in this manner. Try to make him divert the attention basically, and try to make him speak. Basically, count कर दो, कुछ भी.
Okay, while doing the
activity. हाँ sir, आप.
Just Forum, there are some questions in the chat.
Okay.
One, maybe you can take them. At the same time, I would also request any participants, as long it is relevant to what is being discussed, that of course we can take at the time, or they can, if it is not relevant to what is being on the screen right now, then they can put it in the chat, and as long as immediately after we are finished, then we will take it up. Also, Forum, just a question of time. We are at 6:45 now.
But I am done with my session. Basically, it's
Okay.
only now tips to be given.
Okay, fine. Then after that, we can take the chat on that. Okay. The questions and the other queries that we have got. Okay. Yeah. Over to you, Forum.
So now basically what can be done in acute stage? First of all, from the crust of my presentation, first of all, improve the circulatory respiratory system, prevent contracture stiffness and pressure sores. Third, prevent shoulder subluxation. The utmost priority is prevent shoulder subluxation. Anywhere you see that the patient is being pulled by any of the healthcare professional, by you, by your relative, anyone, stop them. The shoulder should not be pulled. That is the most important thing you need to concentrate. Make the patient mobilize early. Sitting is also a part of mobility. Make sure the mobility sitting can be achieved. With the support, achieve it. Patient को लेटे मत रहने दो. Make him sit, irrespective of how much support the patient needs. Okay, so these are the 4 to 5 points you need to remember during the management of acute stroke. Paining in leg also working. Question by Shelva Kumar. Shoulder pain. Can I ask you what is the duration of your stroke?
Around 11 months now.
7 months?
11.
11 months. So in
Yeah.
subacute phase. So what is your problem? The pain hai shoulder mein.
Yeah, shoulder surround pain, ma'am.
Okay. Is it the whole day or you get the pain while doing activities only?
Hello?
Is it the pain that you have while activities only?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So this can be basically due to shoulder. Was there were you given sling or something to protect your shoulder, or there was shoulder subluxation? Do you know about anything about that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So there can be chance of shoulder subluxation, और अभी भी हो सकता है आपको shoulder, since I have not seen you, I am not able to comment on it. Sorry
Yeah.
for that thing. So there can be shoulder subluxation or shoulder stiffness, which is leading to your shoulder pain. So I suggest to you, do not go above 90.
Yeah.
Seek your physiotherapist, ask him that is there a shoulder subluxation present.
Yeah.
Shoulder pain will go with movement and it will take some time to go. Stiffness है तो with movement, जैसे आपकी movement अच्छे से आएगी, it will go. So make sure it will take time, but I do not know the exact cause of your shoulder pain, so I am not able to comment on it basically. So so first of all, consult your therapist. Second thing, see whether you are able to manage your shoulder with activities and all. Do not go above 90 basically. And the third thing is, do your activities, do not stop them due to shoulder pain.
Okay.
Okay. Satisfied?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, leg is
And leg 2, the digital part is not working as expected. What is the problem in your leg?
also, ma'am, the location and all is turned. Positioning of the leg is not correct.
Okay. Position of your leg is not proper. According to me, you cannot concentrate or you cannot treat the stroke part wise. You need to train the patient or the stroke survivor as a function. So it is like you cannot treat कि मेरा ये घुटना अच्छे से नहीं है, मेरा feet अच्छे से नहीं है. No, the brain has been damaged. It recognizes movements.
Okay.
So basically, whenever you are getting up from the bed or whenever you are getting up from the chair, I request you to do proper weight bearing in bilateral limb and then get up. If you are doing, you can start some kicking activities. The affected leg, do not do kicking activities from the affected leg, do it from the non-affected leg. So the full weight will come on your affected limb and you can see some progress in your weight bearing position. Basically, if you are not taking proper weight on your affected side, there will be turning of your leg while sit to stand or walking. So take proper weight on bilateral limb, both the limbs, both the lower limb while getting up and all. I suppose your fit correction can be done in that way.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I think Prashant had a question. Maybe you can unmute yourself, Prashant, and say it out loud. Prashant Sharma.
Hi, sir. I had asked my question. वो breathing sync जो break
Achha,
हो
you
रहा
have
था.
asked that. Okay, it's Akansha, is it? Akansha, is it Akansha?
Apologies,
Okay.
I just read the revert कि बाद में पूछना है. I'm so sorry. I
Nahi, koi
asked
baat,
it.
no issues. No issues. That's okay.
Some birthday celebration has written, my father is suffering from stroke and slip disc. So what do you want to ask?
Ma'am, basically, we have taken therapy from physiotherapist recently.
Okay.
For last 30 days. And later, we haven't seen any recovery. So my father.
Ma'am, we are not able to hear your voice.
Hello. Can you get me now?
Yes.
My voice is audible now.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Actually, basically, my father had a fall on 30th April in last month. So after doing MRI of brain and back, we got to know he's having stroke and he's having slip disc also, along with sensory motor neuropathy.
Okay.
So issues are there. So if we do exercises for stroke, we can't do exercises for slip disc. So we are unaware of the combined exercises for both these problems. Can you just help me in this?
Now, according to me, you cannot treat slip disc differently and a stroke differently. Basically, from my side, in basically stroke, in slip disc, we do not do some forward bending activity. We need to prevent that forward bending activity. But in stroke, I don't think there are any forward bending activities which are performed, or you can avoid performing them as you have a slip disc problem. But I do not recommend that you do both the exercise on a different perspectives.
Okay.
Treat the individual as a whole, treat him as a stroke, improve his functional status rather than concentrating on the problems. जो
Okay.
impairment हुआ है, stroke हुआ है, that is done as done. Now you
Okay.
cannot revert back. So what? Make some list of goals that you want to achieve for him. Make some list of 2 to 3 lists or difficulties he is facing due to motor neuropathies and stroke, and treat it as a whole rather than treating it individually.
Okay. Okay. So we should avoid the bending and forwarding.
Forward bending should be avoided, but it depends on the stage of slip disc. If he has motor sensory neuropathies, the slip disc can be to a large extent, but I do not recommend कि forward activities कोई होगी ही नहीं stroke rehab में.
Okay.
That is fine.
But continuous sitting will affect the disc, no? He's having lumbar lordosis and one cell side.
Sitting won't affect his any of the lumbar complaints.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Is he allowed to sit from the medical
Yes.
side?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
then definitely there is no issues.
Okay. Okay.
How to reduce spasticity with or without medicine? It depends on what extent the spasticity is. Second thing, what if there is spasticity, is it hampering your functional status? Is it hampering, because some amount of spasticity is necessary to improve your functional status, improve your work, improve your activities of ADLs, and hence you need to think before you manage your spasticity. And spasticity to some extent cannot be reduced in chronic phase. It can be prevented to be going into greater extent of spasticity by weight bearing exercises and early mobility exercises. Early weight bearing exercises. The second question is proximal to distal the only way for hand recovery, means shoulder strengthen, elbow, and no. This is the wrong concept which many of us are following. Do not concentrate के पहले shoulder आएगा, फिर elbow आएगा, फिर hand आएगा. The voluntary, as I told you, the brain does not recognize parts of your body. It recognizes movements. So concentrate on movements rather than concentrating on body parts. Satisfied Bharanti Dhankani. This was the question asked. Okay. Next, does Botox help to reduce spasticity? As I told you, you need to think twice before using any spastic agent. What type of spasticity you have, what extent of spasticity you have, some amount of spasticity is necessary. So you need to consult your physician or neurophysician before going towards any agents which can reduce your spasticity. Anything else?
Okay, Forum, I just had a few questions. I will ask a couple of them. See,
Okay.
you were talking about physiotherapy in the acute phase.
Mm-hmm.
Just for my clarity, is the patient at that moment in time still in ICU, or is he or she out of ICU?
Sir, it depends on the extent of stroke basically. If the patient has severe stroke, there can be chance that the patient is admitted in ICU for 7 to 10 days. There can be in some good hospitals and all, or in my practice, if the patient is medically stable, in ICU they keep it for observation, or there is loss of consciousness and all. So there are chances the patient is kept in ICU, but in ICU also we can give him sitting and all. nowadays the relatives to some in some hospitals are allowed to go in ICU once or twice. So with other professionals or nursing staff which are available, we can by the advice of the medical professionals, of course, we can make him sit.
Yeah, okay, that was the question I was coming to, because
And
when the patient is in ICU, the relatives hardly, at least my experience was quite a while ago, of course, the patients relatives are there hardly for 4, 5, 10 minutes. So then most of this work of physiotherapy is presumably being done, hopefully, by the hospital staff, right? Okay.
so as soon as I recommend कि अगर patient आपके पास है, you are sitting besides him, make him do sitting. ICU में है, do not look into what others are doing. It is your relatives, your father, mother, husband, anyone. Make sure you make him do the sitting. ICU में we cannot comment on what ICU treatment has been going or what rehab has been given, but make sure as soon as you get the patient from on your side, you are besides the patient, make him do sitting or any position change every 2 hours to prevent further complications. And one thing I forgot to tell you, if my right side is paretic, make sure all of the relatives, all of the things that are needed frequently by the patient is kept on right side. Do not ignore the right side. Make the patient talk. You sit besides him on the paretic side. The patient will not see first if there is severe stroke or something, there will be ignored. The side will be ignored, but make sure all the things you sit on the right, make the patient look on the right side. Anything, whatever you do, अगर आप खाना भी दे रहे हो तो do it from the right side or the paretic side. That is most important.
Paretic side is the weak side, right?
Weak side, yes, the side which is affected.
So you basically give it on the weak side of the patient. The idea being what? The patient will use the weak side more, or what is the
orientation towards the right side should improve. Orientation towards the weak side should improve. If we constantly talk with him from the normal side, the side which is affected will be ignored. The orientation will not be proper. So whenever you are giving sitting, a patient is lying on bed, make sure you talk from the affected side. Keep the chair of the relative on the affected side that the patient sees. थोड़ा टर्न करे देखने के लिए, the mobility increase हो, orientation increase हो. Basically consciousness towards the affected side should increase.
Okay. Other thing is, we were talking a lot of subluxation. If you can tell us prima facie, we as lay people, how can we, let's say, partially identify that a subluxation has happened or is occurring?
Okay. You can all see my shoulder. Palpate from the front side, you will see a bone that is going right over here. The other bone will be connected here. If there is shoulder subluxation, you will feel a gap over here in front of the shoulder, basically, this region. There is no gap, the contour is maintained, it is rounded and all. But if it is subluxated, you will see a gap over here. You will be able to find that the finger is getting inserted, a khadda-like thing over here. So that is subluxation.
Okay. And we as lay people also can probably identify it is visible.
If it is grade 2 to 3, it is visible. But if it is grade 1, you will be able to palpate it. Khadda palpate ho jayega.
Okay. 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 Coming back to the chat, I think there are 2 questions there. If you can take them, 3 questions I'm seeing now. If you can take them for.
Please guide on how the finger extensors work. As I told you, there is no muscle recognized by the brain. The brain only organizes movements, so concentrate on your movements. Does taking painkillers like Dolo and have side effect? If rather, painkillers are not a permanent solution to your problem, the shoulder pain or whatever pain you have. If your shoulder pain, it will go with time. Any back pain and all will go with time. If you are immobile, you will surely get pain, but as the mobility increases, it will heal. Obviously, if you are taking any drugs, it will have some side effects. So according to me, if you can bear it, you can take hot water fermentation if you need it, or increase the mobility and reduce the stiffness. if the pain is due to stiffness and all. What is muscle strength? How do I measure it? In stroke, if the limb is fully paretic, पूरा paralysis ही हो गया है, there is no need to measure muscle strength, because muscle strength is measured on a single muscle wise. As I told you, there is no need to identify कि मेरा biceps work नहीं हो रहा है, मेरा shoulder work नहीं हो रहा है, मेरा wrist extensors work नहीं हो रहा है. It is the moment that I am not able to lift the glass of water and drink. So in stroke, whenever you are measuring this type of activities, we have voluntary control grading. Voluntary control grading is how much activity I am able to do voluntary. I am able to lift my shoulder this much. There are some grades which you need to identify, and according to it, I need to identify my muscle strength. So there is no muscle strength to be measured in stroke. It is only voluntary control grading. More the voluntary control grading, it ranges from 0 to 6. More the voluntary control grading, more the your functioning is good.
Forum, just coming back to this muscle strength, who does that? Is it, I mean, can I do it on my own or as a lay person, or
Sir, you cannot, the grading cannot be done, can be done by a layman. It has to be done by a therapist.
Okay, so they will probably come up with some based upon their experience, or are there instruments?
There are standard guidelines to be followed.
Okay, but there are no specific gauges or instruments like that. It is basically
For
on the
fingers and all, for finger strength and all, we have a measurement, but it is not used in stroke patient to that extent, because as I told you, there are no muscles to be identified in stroke which is affected. That are the movements to be identified.
Okay. I'll just come back a little bit to the finger extensors. That question was asked. Please guide on how to work finger extensors. So yes, you did say that we have to look at the whole brain and in its entirety. But if you can just probably mention one or two exercises to work on the extensors, so the movement is recognized.
Basically, what type of movement is restricting? What type of movement you do not get? That is, as I told you, finger extensors बहुत degrees पे work करता है, और more the finger extensors at different levels, the activity differs. So as I told you earlier also, you need to look what activities in your day-to-day activities you're not able to perform, and practice it with modifications to improve your finger extensors. First, you need to carefully identify what activities you are not able to do, and then progress it accordingly. मैं तो ऐसा बोल रही हूँ कि what activities you are not able to perform in your day-to-day life, practice it with the help of other individuals, and progressively the one who is helping the stroke survivor to do that activity reduce the support, and alternately the patient will able to do it.
Okay, fine. I think we are at 7:11 forum. What we will do, we will just take the remaining questions now. No more questions now, please. There are some hands are raised. We'll finish that, and other questions then we can take in other sessions, and maybe people can mail us as we have already written. So forum, if you can address the questions in the chat and the three hands that I'm seeing raised. Gururaj, Narayan,
My
and Wisdom after that.
sleeps on bed while on sitting position, no matter how many pillows we give for support. Any solution? This can be due to the amount of pillows do not matter. How you place the pillows are important. The next thing is, it is like you need to give him constant feedback and support that which makes him sit. TV on कर दो, music सुना दो, कुछ भी कर दो. The amount of pillows do not matter. How you place the pillows are important. Okay. Shoulder subluxation के साथ treat कर सकते हो, और हम क्या चाहें. As I told you, definitely you can treat the individual with shoulder subluxation. There is no issue, but do not go above 90. Slowly you progress, the better the recovery you will get in shoulder subluxation.
Okay, we can we can see the hands which are raised now. Mr.
Okay.
Narayanan, followed by
Narayan Twitter has
Uh,
some.
Yes, ma'am. So my father had a massive stroke 5 months back. So he had recovered his left side, which is not affected one, within a month. But in the right side, he used to turn towards his right side usually. He himself does it, turns the position. But since a week, he is not able to do it. So when we asked him, he said he's feeling some sort of pain in his right limbs. And we also felt some temperature, which has reduced now, but he still does not allow us to do any exercise to his right hand. So we are able to move his hand vertically up and down, but not able to stretch. And we are not able to do the biceps press as well.
Okay. So the raised temperature can be due to any reason. The first reason can be myositis. Is the limb temperature only raised or the body temperature is raised?
Only the right limb. And
But-
that is fixed now. It was there for a day or two, and it is now normal.
So there can be chances of some infection or inflammation or something due to overuse or constant overstrain on that limb. So there can be one reason for that raised temperature. The second thing can be that, as you told, that can be going towards CRP, as that is complex regional pain syndrome, which is most other complication post-stroke in individuals. You need to refer it. It is like there is an increase in amount of stiffness and inflammation in shoulder, hand, and wrist, which can lead to this type of issue. So you need to consult your therapist who is treating him basically, or a physician.
Okay. Is there anything that we could do ourselves? Because since he has tracheostomy, we are advised not to use any therapist until June end, until the second wave of COVID ends.
Okay, so I recommend you do not lift the hand above 90 and continue the limb mobility.
Okay, thank you.
Wilson Gaikwad has some question.
Yeah, madam, I basically have a pain in my lower back or waist region, and now as I have increased my weight due to medications, that is a side effect of some medications. I wanted to perform some abdominal exercises or crunches, or even along with the crunches, there is still pain in my shoulder also. So I do push-ups as well, but not so very much. But after doing this exercises like crunches, sit-ups, or push-ups, hello, I get a pain. The pain is a little bit increased. Usually every time I have the pain, but whenever I do sit-ups, crunches, or push-ups, then my pain increases. So whether I should do it, I have increased almost 13 kgs of weight.
I recommend, if there is increase in pain, do not do it, because there can be a chance that the more you do activities, the more the back goes into spasm, and that will increase your pain and will further limit, or there can be some other pathologies rather than only muscle pain. So I recommend you, before doing this further on, consult a therapist.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, I will just address the issue of putting it on the YouTube. As I had mentioned, we'll be putting perhaps some extracts or some descriptions. We'll still have to take a call on that. Let us see. That is one. Two, I have also put on the chat the details that you can send across so that we can address them in a more focused manner going forward. Roughly speaking, Forum, correct me if I'm wrong, but we'll be spending about 1 hour on these sessions. Maybe another 15-20 minutes further than that. Right? Forum, am I, or can you give more time? I don't know. What is your time schedule that you want to set for these sessions? I would say about 1 hour, 40-45 minutes for let's say the focus of that session, and another about half an hour for the chat. Will that be fine? Will take us to about 7:15, yeah?
So no issues, sir.
Okay, so that is how we are going to structure it. So roughly speaking, from 6 to 7:15 it will be. And during this time, this is the way that we will structure it. About 40 minutes on the major focus and another about 30 minutes on the queries that we have received on email or queries that we have received on the chat or by the participants. Yeah, I know some people have joined, like Arvind has joined only very recent, just now, Arvind, but you'll have to be with us, Arvind, and we will take it up, you know, your queries in the next session. I think then we can close now, forum.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you very much. It was really, I think, a good beginning, and I'm sure we can develop it for more going forward.
Okay.
And if you have any thoughts, please.
I request you all to just make sure more the queries you raise, more we will be able to discuss. So instead of me speaking everything according to my point of view, make sure you speak whatever problems your individuals have, so that we can go ahead accordingly.
Yes, that will be great. And as I had said, please do put it on mail, because all that will be compiling and then taking it up so that, you know, the flow is more useful for all of us. Fine. Again, thank you very much, Forum, and thanks everyone for attending and for your inputs. I hope it was useful for all, and I am closing the meeting now.